Hello and welcome to the video. I'm Jimmy the Mower and today we're going to be taste testing this Innis and Gunn lager beer on the Perfect Draft system. If it's your first time stopping by, then welcome to the channel. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to get notified of each and every video that I do. And if you're a returning visitor, then welcome back, old friend. I'm sure you're here to see this brand new Innis and Gunn lager beer on the Perfect Draft system. Now, if you're a returning visitor, you'll know, or a regular viewer, you'll know that I love a pint of beer, and I love getting these ones new, or as new as I can, because they're always, you know, a bit dodgy with the stocking levels, aren't they, when they come out first? Sometimes they're difficult to get hold of. But this Innis and Gunn one, it came to me. I got it a couple of days ago. I've been dying to do this video, and we're ready to go now. I'll just read what we've got on the label first, right? It says, Innis and Gunn lager beer is carefully crafted with zesty aromatic hops, right? To be crisp and refreshing and full of flavour. Now, I'm not too keen on the zesty beers, right? We had the Stella Artois unfiltered, and it was a bit fruity, grapefruity for me, but it was okay. It was okay. But then it goes on to say, it is brewed with the golden oats for a smooth, balanced finish. Now, hopefully, that'll take away some of that zesty bit and we'll have a nice finish on there and it won't be quite as harsh as the unfilters. And it says best served ice cold, which when you're doing these or dealing with these machines, as you'll know as I do, that's one of the biggest bugbears. It pours at 3 degrees C, right? So everything's ice cold. That's brilliant in the summer when you're after an ice cold continental lager like the Jupiler or Stella or whatever we've got behind us. But when you're having something, you know, a little bit different, you might want it a little bit warmer. And then the other thing is, we put these in the fridge 24, 48 hours beforehand, and they're still not chilled down enough. So today, I had it in the fridge for 24 hours, and when I got back, I thought, I'll pop it in the freezer for a couple of hours, right, and really chill it down at minus 18, I think it's on. So I chilled it down, but I'm a bit worried because there doesn't seem to be much movement in there, and I'm worried that I might just have a block of ice. But anyway, I'll put it on and we'll see how we get on. Now, if you've never seen one of these kegs go on before, I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so our machine's already switched on. It's just got the red dot on there because there's nothing in and it can't chill or work. So we have to put a keg in first, and to put the keg in, we've got the tap, or the line on the top, the beer line on the top. You just take this off, as easy as that. Pull this line off, and now, like I say this in every video, but it is important, right? Put a new line in every time. Don't skimp, don't save one for another day, whatever it is, just put a new line in and make sure you wash the tap out properly between kegs as well, right? When I first got these, I was trying to cut them open with scissors, tear them, whatever. There is a little tab that says open here, right? You just open that and it opens as easy as that, all right? Try and overcomplicate things, don't you? So that pulls out and we've got the rubber line, and there's the plastic tap. Now the plastic tap has got the little grooves in there, that goes into the top of the keg and that allows the beer out. Here's our tap. I did dismantle this earlier and give it a rinse through. Every so often you need to give them a deep clean, but a rinse through and make sure everything's clean before you put them on would be great. Now we put this in, it goes in through here, down there, and fits into 2 grooves, and then this just clips through and clicks into place, as easy as that. Now we're going to put the keg on, right? And you'd think that you put this Innis and Gunn label at the front, right? But no, it doesn't work like that. You have to turn it sideways so that the tap can fit on like this. We put the tap on the top. Now you've got to be swift with this because you do get a bit of leakage sometimes. Oh, that's not gone very well. There you go. Double click and it's on, right? I have done that, and you push it halfway down and there's a bit of pressure in the keg beforehand before you start, and it does leak out. But now that's on and secure, look, on there. There's a bit of pressure in the keg, but not a lot. So we'll open this machine up. Now, there are instructions on the inside of the machine about rinsing the tap out, etc., putting it in the fridge for, it says on there, 12 to 15 hours. That's not enough in my opinion. It doesn't cool down. And we've got a good fridge, electronic temperature control, and it's still not great at chilling these down. Right, the keg sits on the chiller plate and we push that in, and then when we close the doors, it should fire up and start to pump the air into the keg, and also give us a temperature reading. Oh, before I've even closed it up, it started, look. And then get this on, that clicks together. Now, let's have a look at this dial. I'm hoping it doesn't go down to -2 or something. I'm a bit worried. It's at 11 at the moment, and then there's a little counter at the bottom, and that says 30. Now that's 30 days, okay? So you've got 30 days to drink this. You're a better person than me if you can make it last more than 30 days. I haven't managed it yet. I did. We were close once when I wasn't very well and went on holiday in the same month. But you know, that's a different story. Right, it's dropped down to 7 already. So what I'm going to do is just give this a few minutes, and we'll just see what it actually comes down to. Now, if you watch the videos before, sometimes when it's a little bit warm, I pop the glasses in the freezer. So I'm going to put one of these, rinse it with cold water, pop it in the freezer for a couple of moments, and just let that chill down, and we'll keep an eye on this. In fact, it's gone down to 6. We're aiming for well, it chills down to 3, but 5 is probably about right for how I like to drink this time of year. Blazing hot day. 3's great, isn't it? Who doesn't love an ice cold lager? But this time of year, you know, 4 or 5, that's more than enough. Right, I'll go and pop this in the freezer. I'll catch you in a few moments. Well, that's been about 10 minutes then, and it's down to 4 degrees C already on there. I think that's the most successful start we've ever had with one of these kegs. I did have a quick look on the instructions, and it says do not shake the keg, which I did. Do not lie the keg down, which I did. And do not freeze the keg, which I did. So there's a disclaimer for you, or for me. Do not do any of those things, okay? Just put it in the fridge and leave it for a couple of days, then put it in your machine and leave it for a couple of hours until it gets to temperature. Don't put it in the freezer on its side for a couple of hours to chill it down quickly like I did, even if you're desperate. Anyway, right, there's my slightly frosted glass now. A bit of it's come off already. I expected it to be a bit longer to chill down to that. So anyway, let's have a pour. Right, I go through this every time, but I have to say, these are continental lager machines, okay? And this for serving continental lager. So when we're in a pub in the UK, we have a little head on our beer or lager about like so. When you're over on the continent, they have a larger head on there. It's a different drink altogether. These come out, they're quite gassy. Tilt the glass, put the glass in, whatever you want to do, chill the glass, put water in the glass, whatever you do, they still come out a little bit gassy. That's how they're designed to be, okay? The drink itself isn't gassy. It's a perfect level of carbonisation, really. Equivalent to a pub pint. I've ran pubs for a number of years, and it really is equivalent to a pub pint of lager out of these machines. They are great, but they are a bit gassy when they're poured. So you pour it, put it in, pour it up, pour away. You got the glass on an angle, put it down. There we go, and we leave that as that. It should come out over the top. Now, don't be tempted to top it up by just pulling this, because when you do, you're just letting a load of more gas and froth, and it froths up, right? So the best off to just leave that one, put it aside. Now, it's great if you've got a drinking buddy with you, because that'll be theirs in a minute. And you get your other one. Now, this is the chilled glass. Let's see if it does make any difference. Probably not. And there we go, there's the second one out. Now, if I move round and look, what we're aiming for is the head to be around the top of this Stella Artois sign here. We put it round to this side, there's a little line that says 33 centilitres, right? And that's where it's supposed to be in there. So we've got a little bit too much head on that, but that doesn't matter, we can do it in a bit. And I've got a larger glass here. Now, this is a stamped pint glass, right? So it is a pint of liquid to the top. These are lined at 33 centilitre to there. This is a stamped pint glass. So you'd be looking at sort of putting it about there, and instead of getting a pint, you're getting about 3/4 of a pint really. But The difference with this one is it's nucleated in the bottom. It traps some gas in there and will give you a permanent fizz. I'll show you the difference when we look at this. You look at that one there, and there's the odd bubble going up. It'll taste fizzy because it's trapped inside the liquid, but because these glasses are nucleated, there is a slight difference, right? Now, you see the head there is disappearing, so we'll top this up again. And there we go. Just like they do abroad, we knock the top off with a knife. Still not great, is it? Still not great. Anyway, we'll move on to the other one, and I'll put a bit more in there. Yeah, that one's gone a bit better. You lift that over, and then let's have a look. Phew. We're about with this one. Oh, I bet we are with this one now as well, aren't we? With both of them, we're about 2 mil below the line. Now, if you're abroad and you got served that, you'd be happy with that. That's a good measure. It looks good, and let's see what it tastes like. That's more important. Zesty with an oaty finish. So. Right, it's got the zest to it, definitely. So, there's plenty of zest there, but rounded oaty finish on, you know. Now, it tastes a bit fruity again, a bit like the Stella Artois Unfiltered. Now, the Stella is probably the Stella and the Jupiler are probably my favourite on this system. The Stella Unfiltered was nothing like normal Stella. It was a nice drink, it was okay, but it was not like Stella. Now, this is a standalone drink. I think it's 4.8% or thereabouts. It's got that zinginess of the unfiltered Stella. And it stays zingy to me. It stays zingy. It doesn't, it's not, you don't get that oaty finish like it says on the thing, on the keg. It's nice, don't get me wrong, it's nice, but it's not that well rounded, I shouldn't say. I think it's just zesty. I think that, but you know what? In the summer, I think when it's blazing hot, I think that'd be a cracking, refreshing drink. But it's not really what I was expecting. I never had an oaty beer before, and I was presuming it'd be sort of quite savoury. I do like a good bitter, and I thought it'd be a more sort of bitter type drink and quite savoury. But it does have a sort of sweet, like zesty sort of tang to it, you know. But anyway, it's all right. It's all right. It's like actually, when you go to the beer festivals and you have the lighter hoppy ales, it's more like one of those. That's what it tastes like, a hoppy ale, more like it, which is nice actually. But see, it's the 4 degrees C serving temperature. If that's supposed to be a light hoppy ale, you'd be expecting to serve that, you know, more like 10 degrees C, not 4 degrees C. So it's a bit too cold for, it would be nice to warm it up and see what it tastes like, but it's a bit too cold to be an ale, and it's a bit too zesty for the sort of continental lager that I was thinking of. But it's okay, it's got potential, Don't forget, we're only, half a glass in, aren't we? You've got potential. Yeah, it's all right. Lost the head quite quickly there. That must have been the one with the water in the iced glass, the frosted glass. I'll try it here in the nucleated glass. See if we got if it's any different. Put it in the nucleated glass, and you can see there. Look, There's just fizz coming from that bottom bit constantly. So let's see if it's a different sort of taste with that frothy head on there. It is a little bit different actually. Oh, smells different. You got more. It's more aromatic. You get more sort of nose in there. Yeah, it's different. It's different. Different drink. How bizarre is that? I did see somebody talking about this the other day, and how it can change it. And I think with the bubbles coming through, it does make it more of a sort of fizzy lagery drink, and not like a sort of uncarbonated ale drink. But there you go. Maybe it's because I stuck it in the freezer and it might be too cold, and that's just reading at 4 instead of 3 or 5 or whatever it should be. But there you go. Anyway, get yourself a nucleated glass, folks. That makes a world of difference. I quite enjoy that one. Right, in conclusion then, yeah, it's not really what I thought it was. I thought it'd be a bit sort of more bitter type tasting, or not quite so zingy as this one, but I do like it, and in this glass it's certainly different, and it certainly tastes different. It's nice, that's all right. On a hot day, that'd be absolutely fantastic. It really would. That'd be really something on a hot day. Absolutely beautiful. But there you go. Right, anyway, that's enough from me. I'm going to finish both of the, well, I'll finish this one off. I've got somebody else to finish this one off. I'll put a little head back on there for them, and we'll go and have a couple and we'll see. So I don't know what we've got next. The Jupiler we've got up next, so make sure you come back and join me for that one. Thanks for watching. I'll put all the links in the descriptions below, and if you've got anything nice to say, you can pop them in the comments section as well. Thanks again for watching. I'm Jimmy the Mower. I'll catch you on the next one.